Good morning and welcome to the Storm morning meeting. It's the 26th of August 2021. We are in a quite an exciting week coming towards the end of the week. Just to recap yesterday, we had markets, the first green day that we got out of Naspers and Process. The theme, previously has been to be selling Naspers and Process and buying the rest. And, yesterday we saw maybe a little bit of a start of the unwind and a bit of a change. I think let's just pull up a few charts and just to look at a few different things today. The first one I'll look is like the copper futures against the Russell, very similar looking charts. And we're coming up to resistance here, going into Jackson Hole coming up tomorrow. I think quite an interesting chart. Both of them bounced off their 200 days and, came to some resistance here. Let's see what's going to happen, especially going into tomorrow with the reflation trade in question. Another chart that I'd like to quickly look at is the dollar. I think the dollar also is similarly, coming back to testing that 21-day and could be one to watch quite closely into tomorrow. Right, our ideas for the day. I think we're going to start with Woolworths. Woolworths is going to be our first idea of the day. I think I looked at the results and we've looked at them this morning and they look pretty solid. They just came out with numbers. I think their update was pretty good and they definitely came at the top end. They are paying a divvy again, and I think the stock, a lot of the cobwebs around David Jones can be, sort of taken away from them. I really think the stock can get going. I think 61.80 is quite a long bit of a level that's been, there could be broken today, I feel. So Woolworths is definitely one we would be looking at. I think it's a decent risk reward. Owning the stock here with the clearing up here can target 67 to 68 bucks. The next one that we want to look at is MCG. The volume picked up there yesterday. Obviously, the Nigerian authorities came with the issuing of fine. I think it was actually more than that was in dollars. So it was more than it was 32 billion rand. I think $2.2 billion. Let's watch how the stock reacts today. Look, technically the stock really doesn't have much until 90 bucks. So I don't say it's going to get there today. I think a lot of the MCG, you're going to have to keep an eye on their hearing, which is coming, I think, in September. But I don't think investors are going to like this. So let's watch this for a second day play today. Trade action isn't the easiest to be watching, so it is gappy. So I can't give you any exact levels, but I think anywhere under 120, provided we don't get any other news-driven events from it, I would looking to be probably looking for a second day short side. Then the next one that we're going to be looking at is Sibanye. Sibanye certainly has, sort of traded in line with much of the PGM space. We posted that 55 was the level that it was going to get to, and it bounced subsequently to there. 200 days at 59.96. So keep an eye on this. I think this could be quite an inflection point this morning. So their results will be due today. I don't know if they've come out yet, but they should be out at about 8 or 9 o'clock. The HEP's guided for 8.52. Let's see if there's any, sort of positive impetus here. I think, the whole space is pretty much hinging towards the end of the week. So it is a tricky one to trade. There was a reasonably decent buy yesterday who got sold off during the States. So let's see, the whole PGM space this morning is a little bit light. So those are basically our theories. Woolies we like, MCG on the short, and Sibanye, let's watch the update with no real view either way. And then interestingly, I think, we obviously had a first decent day out of Naspers and Process. I don't think these are stocks. I think they, still very, very much in a downtrend. So I'm not going to be still picking up bottoms here, but let's keep an eye closely on them. In terms of where our Aussie will be, I think our Aussie just lastly, 6,500 is sort of the line that's been drawn here. I think a break either way will be, sort of cognizant of which will be the next big move. All right, gents. Good luck for the day.